So one of the main things you want to focus on as an Etsy seller is you want to create designs that are proven to sell right now. You want to jump on the trends and jump on popular items and recreate those things to bring more value into a marketplace that's spending money on it. And so you want to identify what things are selling well in your niche, what type of products are doing well, and sometimes that can be difficult to do. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you exactly how to do Etsy research trends for your products and how to actually expand your product category to drive more people to your shop and actually get more sales on just one design. I'm going to share with you exactly how to do all of that coming up next. Welcome back to the video, my friends. If you're new here, my name is Jay. On this channel, I teach you how to make passive income online by creating and selling your own products. And so if you like content like this, then consider subscribing to my channel. And everything I talk about today will be linked down in my description box below. Again, we're going to focus on creating designs that are actually popular right now on Etsy, but actually expanding our products so that we can reach more people who might have a different interest in light of what things they purchased on Etsy. So one of the main things we want to do first is actually identify products that are selling well in the marketplace. And we want to capitalize popular items and trends and then recreate those designs on our own to bring them to our own shop. So one of the tools that we're going to use to help us identify products that we need to push to the marketplace and find those trends is Insight Facoty. And the focus here is that you want to find popular items that are in your niche that you can recreate and bring some more value to actually release these designs that are selling right now. And yes, you can do this manually, but I believe using a tool can help you actually do product research on a massive scale and find things that are trending right now. Insight Facoty is a tool you can use to do trend research and find multiple best-selling items and products you can focus on all at once. You can do trend research on a massive scale and it saves a ton of time. You can go to the Etsy trend tool and actually find products that are being pushed right now in the marketplace. This is going to help you focus on things you need to recreate in your own shop to drive sales as well. Now, I see a ton of products that are actually selling, things that are print on demand products, some that are not. But the focus here is that I want to focus on things that are in my product niche. So I want to find anything that is related to print on demand. So I see the number one item on this trend is a back to school shirt design, particularly for a 4th grade teacher. So I know with this information, I want to go and focus on a product niche like this, back to school print on demand t-shirts, and how I can bring that into the marketplace. Now, Insight Facoty has this cool tool where I can go into the details and actually find relatable products that are in line with this initial product that I found on Etsy Trends. Now, Insight Facoty has this detail page where I can see other products related to this item, as well as see their information, if they had any sales today, along with their tags they're using to drive traffic to their product. I see all these shirts have made a sale in the last 24 hours. So I know these are the type of things I need to focus on as well. Again, if I want to grab their tags and use that in my products, I can do that as well. But the goal here is just to identify, okay, what type of style people are buying, what type of font they are using, what type of shirt design or layout they're using for their product, and how can I use that data to create my own designs, just not for print on demand t-shirts, but as you're going to see in this video, how I can do this for other print on demand products. Now, Insight Facoty actually has a best-selling tab where you can actually focus on t-shirt niches if you want to get more information on what things are selling. This little cart icon lets me know that 34 listings on the first page had sales today. That means it is a popular item. And again, it shows me the level of competition. This is great because again, I can see very quickly how many sales a particular category is getting or a particular niche is getting. I can actually see how many people are competing for that particular style. We see yet another back to school t-shirt again today. Again, we have 30 listings on the first page had sales today, which shows this product is in demand. And I see it has a low competition because it has less than 5,000 people listing for this particular item. Again, I can go in details and learn more about this product, find relatable products that I can focus on as well. Again, grab those key designs, make sure I'm using the right font they're using. If I want to focus on a particular word that I know is doing well, like back to school, I can do a massive search for all back to school items here. And again, it will show me the results. Again, the thing I want to focus on is I want to identify products that had a sale in the last 24 hours and focus on creating or recreating designs like that and bringing more value into this marketplace. If I want to save this listing to learn from it next time, I can click save. And again, I can do all of my trainer research, all of my product research, all in one place and focus on those things a little bit later when I sit down and create products for my Etsy shop. If I found a shop that is doing well, I can track that shop and see new items they release and which items are picking up in sales. And I can focus on recreating designs like that. Again, not to copy, but to actually learn from designs that are selling well. So again, Insight Facoty is a great tool to use if you want to do trend research on a massive scale and identify products that are selling well right now. Again, you can do these things manually on Etsy. However, the point of using a tool is to speed up the process so you can use your time effectively creating and listing designs on Etsy. So thank you so much for Insight Facoty for sponsoring this portion of the video. When you are thinking about creating different products for your print-on-demand business, using Printful is a great place to go to because they have multiple products that you can actually use to sell on your Etsy shop. Again, our focus today is to create one design that we can lay out on different products to actually maximize the amount of people that we can reach without necessarily doing a ton of different designs. So as you can see in the Printify catalog, they have tons of different products you can use. Again, they have candles, they have tote bags, they have shirts, of course, socks, they have mugs, they have baby infant t-shirts, they even have stickers. You can go to the catalog here and actually see all the different type of things they sell: ornaments, postcards, canvas, mugs, bottles, tumblers, towels. I mean, they sell different products that you can use on your print-on-demand business. Again, the focus here is to just have one design we can lay out on different products that are popular right now on Etsy. Again, we already found our trend, but now we want to actually lay this on different products and sell this as well. Selling t-shirts are not the only thing you can actually do that's focused on the t-shirt niche. Again, this person here is selling a tumbler. Again, it is a bestseller, selling for $20. And these are the type of things that Printify sells as well. Again, you can create one design and have this on multiple items, just not a tumbler, but on t-shirts, mugs, canvases, tote bags, and different things as well. And again, we see this design being done on a tote bag. Again, it's one design that they use for a tote bag, but this can be used on different designs like a t-shirt. It can be on a tumbler like we just saw, as well as you can use a sweater design as well. Again, you might see different designs here, but the point here is that different t-shirt products are selling well on Etsy. Again, we saw a tumbler selling well. We saw a tote bag selling well. You can sell a t-shirt sweatshirt that's doing well. You can actually sell stickers. Again, this is a best-selling item. It is in the t-shirt niche, so that we know that this is actually something I can sell as well without necessarily going and recreating all these different designs. I can sell t-shirt stickers from one design as well as a mug. So again, we know that t-shirts are doing well, but we want to create one design and expand how many products we can sell off that one design. We talked about 5 designs that we can actually sell on Printify for our print-on-demand business. So now let's jump into Canva and let's create a teacher design and actually use that on different products. One of the first things I want to do is jump into Canva and I want to go to custom size. I want to make sure that I'm using the right amount of pixels so that whatever product I lay this design on, it's not going to lose image quality. So what I found to work best is creating a custom design by using 5,000 pixels by 5,000 pixels. And I can create my new design straight from here. We have already identified what products are trending and actually doing well. We know anything teacher with a rainbow or a teacher's name or some type of grade level is actually doing extremely well. And so we want to use that information we receive doing our trend research to help us actually create products that are doing well. So one of the things I like to do once I found a product I want to focus on, I like their colors, I like their style, I like to actually save the image so that I can plug that into Canva, learn from it, grab some colors from it, and let that just be a nice little thing I always go back to when I am creating my own design. So looking at this, I know that anything with a rainbow is doing well. I know anything with an apple or with a heart is doing well. We learned that from our trend research. And so I want to bring those type of elements to my design so I can put those on different products that I know will sell well. So one of the things I want to do is go into Canva and actually find a teacher rainbow that is doing well. Again, one thing I love about using Canva is that they have a ton of elements I can already use on my design. I am using the pro account. That means I have a ton of things I can use. However, Canva has a lot of free elements you can use just to get started selling these type of products on Etsy. One of the things I did here is I went over to the little tool, the elements, and searched up teacher rainbow. And as you can see, we have a ton of different designs we can use. If I just want to focus on graphics, I can use, not necessarily pictures. I can hit graphics, and I have a ton of different options I can use here. Now the goal here is not to copy this person's design. However, it is to learn from them and to bring something new, a new variant into the marketplace, as I always say. So I want to use something like it, but not actually grab the same rainbow that they're using. So here we have it right here. Again, we have the pencil that's doing well, as well as the apple that's doing well. But again, our variation is different because we have the ruler as well as the staples around. Again, this is just a little small difference that can make the difference in your shop. You don't want to copy someone's designs, but you want to learn from what things are proven to sell in the marketplace. One of the things that we know actually does well is having a teacher saying. So if I want to add a text in here, one of the quick shortcuts I can do is just hit T, and it will bring in my font here. Another way you can do this is actually go into text and actually see different fonts you can use in different design styles. So one of the fonts I noticed is doing extremely well during our product research is retro style font and script bold style font. So I actually want to add some of those things into this design here to actually focus on trending fonts that are doing well in the marketplace. One of the things that's cool about Canva is that they have this little section here where you can actually identify different type of fonts that are doing well. If I don't want to focus on fonts that are actually retro style fonts, I can click on this retro category and it will pull up for me all things that are related to a retro style font. So one of the popular phrases we have seen in the teacher niche is this phrase, teach, love, and inspire. So we want to use that for our design here. So we have our phrase, teach, love, and inspire. And instead of us just having it here on the top and just having it laid out flat, I actually want to curve this to fit our rainbow style that we have for our main element. The way I do this here, I can go into the effects area, hit the curve, and again, align my curve up with how this element is curved as well. And just a little bit bigger. I just go around. Now, one of the things I want to add here, if I want to do custom made designs, I can add in a teacher's name like we have here. But in our case today, we don't want it to do a custom design. We just want to do a design that can be sold on multiple items without us going in and changing things. We want to make this extremely passive. But one of the phrases that we see also doing well is this phrase, teacher life, as well as focusing on a particular grade level. So we can add those things in here to make our design stand out even more. Now that I have my 4th grade here, again, I can have this laid out very flat, but again, I want to change this to a different font style to make this whole design stand out even more. I can go back in here to my font designs. And one of the script styles that I use that sell well for my products is the playlist script. I can use that here as well. I can make this a little bit bigger here. I want to bring in lettering and the spacing. Bring it in a little bit closer here. If I want to add a curve to this, I can do that, except going the other way. And I think we have a great design. Now, one of the things I also do before I actually use this on different products is I try to group everything so that I know nothing's going to be out of line or out of space. I just want to make sure that everything is locked in so I can use this as one single element. Easy way to do that is highlight everything, go into this little section here and hit group. And now this is one single piece that's going to be stuck together. I can resize this if I want and plug this right in the middle. Now, being that we are going to use this on different designs, I know that I need to actually create something that can do well on a darker image. So one of the things I do next is I go and duplicate this by just hitting this little duplicate button here. So I have one on top, one on bottom. Now I go in here and I change the color of these words to be white. The reason for this is if I have a dark color mug or a dark color t-shirt or a dark color sweatshirt, I know the words will actually show up on that style or that particular color design. So I want to go in here and make sure I change this color to white as well. And so again, I know that when I actually plug this into my program for my mockups and use this for my print on demand products with Printify, I know I have 2 different variations I can add to my designs and again sell this on multiple products. So now that we have everything locked in, one of the things that we're going to do now is save this as a PNG file with a transparent background so that when we upload this to our design, we don't have this black showing or this white showing. We just have our main design and fonts showing for our product. So if you have the Pro Canva account, you can actually save this as a transparent background. If you don't, then you got to download this and plug this into other free programs to actually take the background out. I believe it's just easier to pay for Canvas and have that transparent background so your process can be very easy for you to transition from creating to actually uploading this to your design. So with that being said, I'm going to focus on page 2 and 3. Download this so I can upload this into Printify and use this on a particular product. So one of the things I want to do is use this on different designs. So now that I am in Printify, I want to plug this into my designs I can upload to my shop. So I want to focus right now on a mug. So this mug design is going to be printed by District Photos. It shows me my price of the mug in the cost of shipping. So I can hit start designing now. And I have my mug here. Again, it shows what type of side this is actually going to be focused on. So in our case today, I want to add my design from my device. So now I have my design here. Again, teach, love, inspire. So as you can see from one design, we have created our mug, our first product, teach, love, and inspire. I can grab these mock-ups here and use this for my design. But in our case today, I think this is very well what we have here. I can save this project, publish it to my Etsy shop, and have this ready to sell in my shop today. So let's say if I want to use the same design, but I want to have it on a hoodie. I can actually focus on a particular hoodie here, pick a print partner that I want to use. In my case, I use Swift POD. I can see all the colors they provide here, as well as the shirt sizes, again, the price, as well as the cost of shipping and the number of days it takes to actually produce the product. I can start designing here. I see my hoodie in the box that I have where I can place my design. I can go here and hit Control F, which takes me to my library. And I can actually grab the design I use for my mug and place it here on my hoodie. I have no concern about making this image bigger because I use the proper pixels to make sure that the quality of the image is not distorted in any way. If I want to see the preview of this product, and again, that looks good as it is, I can do the same process here. I can save this, publish this, and upload this to my Etsy shop where it can start making sales for me today. Now, the last thing I want to do is actually a tote bag, which is actually popular to sell on Etsy for teachers. As you can see, we have all these different options for our tote bag, but one of the things that we want to focus on is using this tote bag here. Go ahead, plug in my design here. And I see this is the bottom of the bag. So I can keep it on one side of the bag here. Hit the preview button so I can see what it looks like. So this is what I mean by creating one design, but using it on multiple products that you can actually reach more people without necessarily doing tons of designs. Again, the goal here is to find what's trending, to add these things into your own design, and to bring this design to different people in a different marketplace with different products. But as you can see, identifying products that are selling well and making sure you are laying out the design on multiple products can actually drive more sales to your shop. Now, in today's video, I didn't have time to talk about how to actually list your products on Etsy to actually drive sales by using great keywords that people are already typing in on Etsy search. However, if you want to check out how to actually list your products the right way to drive more traffic to your shop, check out this next video here. And again, if you like content like this, then consider subscribing to my channel. As always, my friends, my name is Jay, and I will see you in the next video.